Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I have a message for Capricorn today, and I have asked my guides in spirit to bring a message through the cards that is deeply meaningful for you as well as positive for you to navigate your journey this week. And as I do the reading, they will continue to give me information and to continue to give me words. So the reading kind of unfolds as we go through it together. I cannot stay on my chair right now. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. And I invite you to consider subscribing so that you can benefit from staying in contact with this high vibration information every week. And if you're returning, I'm really grateful for your presence. I'm grateful for you being here. And I love doing these readings. So let's get started. We have more of an ask going on this week in your reading, and I'll let you know what that means. But this reading is really about asking a question so that you can go on a search to kind of figure out the answer. We have the Nine of Cups. This is an awesome card. This card is talking about receiving many blessings, having more than enough. He's got 9 cups of wine and a whole fish. So this is spiritual as well as material sustenance coming to you. And he's very content to enjoy this on his own. However, you're responding with the 5 of Cups. This is a very chilly, cold kind of energy. It does not look at what is there. It looks at what is lost. So look at a few more details. These cups are spilled. There are cups that are full behind him, but he's only looking at these cups, the cups that didn't work, where the energy went out or there was wasted energy, lost energy is really it. I'm just feeling just the way this card looks, like a cold grayness going on. So on one hand, the universe gives you this lovely abundance, this lovely bountiful abundance. And there's a large part of you that does not know what to do with it, does not know how to perceive it, does not know how to receive it. And some of it, this won't ring true for all of you, but for some of you, this is about identifying too strongly with victim consciousness, meaning that something is always happening to me, something is always being taken from me. Everything is always happening at my expense. This is a really hard consciousness to overcome. And but there's some of that energy going on here, which is why I feel it's just a little bit icky. There's also, they're saying right now that there's a situation where you are being taken advantage of and you're really feeling that emotionally. I'm not sure that you've done anything about it yet to set up the correct boundaries, but that is just falling through very strongly, coming through very strongly right now. So it's almost like you're being taken advantage of and you're feeling sorry for yourself, but you're not quite sure how to get out of it. So we're led on to a deeper question. We have the symbol of abundance, the lady herself. And look at all the stuff she has. She's pregnant with ideas. She's literally pregnant, right? There's a spiritual component to her with that 3. So this is a connection to the divine. There's streams flowing, everything's fruiting and flowering and just bursting forth. So this is the personification of abundance. So you had some abundance here. And this is the bigger universal force behind it, the force that actually, this is like source, bringing your abundance. And for some reason, we've got the 7 of Wands and then the 6 of Swords next. Either there was a feeling when you were raised that there was not enough to go around, or there's always the fear that someone is going to take this from you. There's a defensiveness that comes up for you. Perhaps because of this memory of things being taken from you and not having enough. It might also be for someone the poverty mentality, not enough to go around, actually experiencing poverty, poverty can be experienced on many levels, material, spiritual, emotional. Pretty much all of us at some point has experienced some kind of poverty. Again, not necessarily material, but the growing up with that poverty mentality it causes you to defend yourself against thinking that people are going to take advantage of you, thinking that people are going to take things from you, but it prevents you from actually embodying and enjoying the creativity and the generosity that comes with this. When you are connected to abundance, you understand that there's more than enough for everyone. That just because you have doesn't mean that somebody else lacks, or just because you lack doesn't mean that the universe lacks. You lack because there is a block against allowing that in. There's when you feel you have to hold on to it and possess it so strongly and defend it and not let anyone in to get it, then actually it slips through your fingers. I know that's not very practical or tangible. Let me see if I can put it in a different way. When you are so afraid of losing, that becomes your concern. So this, I think the cards are showing us very well. All he can think about is defending it. But is he actually enjoying this land? Is he actually enjoying the benefits and the fruits of the harvest and all of the wonderful blessings? No, because his focus is on this. He's already lost that which he's defending because he has no connection to it. So we're asked to go to the Six of Swords and look at these colors. Do you see that they go so well together? So it's almost like when you go through this process of the Six of Swords, and I'll explain what that means, you're kind of taking apart the blue, the yellow, and the green from this card. It comes apart here so that it can come back together and you can reconcile yourself to that energy. So this is about separating power from love. And they just put that in my head. So let's see if we can figure out where they want to go with this. With these other cards, there's the idea that power comes from having, power comes from possessing. He wouldn't be protecting this if he didn't feel like it gave him some kind of power. He's got the upper hand. You see he's on a higher position, so he's in a more powerful position. But they're putting the power up in the sky. And they're wanting you to be supported by the journey of the heart. When the journey of the heart, when the heart is opening and expanding and allowing and loving, there is no limit. This is something that I personally also struggle with. This is a spiritual truth that's difficult, that there's more than enough love to go around. Love isn't something that has to be parceled out or defended or sectioned off. It's not like if one person gets love, then another person doesn't. That's not the truth of the universe. The truth of the universe is that everyone and everything is loved, and therefore everyone and everything deserves abundance. Understanding that you are loved and that you deserve to be loved is the key to reconnecting you with the feeling of abundance and the feeling that there's more than enough for you. But it has to start with your own feelings of self-love and your willingness to reflect on that. There's a reflection in the water here. It's not reflecting that desire for power. We've left that behind. And understand, though, that that power is actually found through the heart. When you power yourself up through the heart here, the power is supporting you, but it's not the object. So allowing your heart to guide this journey, allowing your heart to guide this healing. And, you know, for a lot of you, this may be a lot of deep inner work. And on the side, you know that I offer one-on-one readings for this kind of support. If you're feeling like that's something you need, contact information in my in the description below. But this is really about a journey of introspection where you can figure out how to reconnect yourself with that feeling of overwhelming, unconditional love. It's that same feeling that connects to abundance. It's really the being disconnected from that feeling that causes you this feeling, which isn't the reality, because the universe says, but everything's there for you. I've given you everything because you've asked for it. It's there for you, but we can't see it. You don't want to see it because of the way you feel you have to protect that abundance. Okay, that's a lot to think about. So again, if you've got questions or you want to reach out in the comments, always love to hear from you. And like I mentioned before, there's some amazing things on that website. One-on-one readings, a Phoenix Path program. If you're ready to dive deep into your spiritual path and really open up your soul's journey, that's an amazing resource for you. So trueguidancetarot.com, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great week.